I'm not gonna rock with that. But yeah, y'all do. This is what, like, this is right here one of the experiences I had that I just had to come and like do like a little reaction to, because it was so different than any of my experiences. It was so different. So we're gonna kick off this Friday. We're gonna kick off this Friday with this experience right here. So like, let me go on and share it. Make sure I get it up here. This is one of them, I don't know what to call it, but it was so fascinating. It was like so fascinating. It's one of the more fascinating experiences that I had. That, you know, it was hard to like kind of, I ain't gonna say it was hard to understand. It was different, man. And like I've had so many experiences, which I'm glad I found my I found my box. I found my external hard drive. Luckily, I found my external hard drive, and I'm able to come and share this experience. You feel me? Like early this morning, I'm coming to share this experience because, you know, just watching it all over, you know, when you go back and you watch like your old experiences, you see, you kind of see, bro. You see how these experiences changed you and made you different. You know, and showed you things that, you know, you probably would never even imagine. It's nothing that you could even imagine, you know. So I'm watching this experience and I'm going, golly, man. Like I said, I had so many different experiences. It's like you get them mixed up at times. You get them mixed up. But the cold thing about it is they kind of just stick to you. They don't ever like go away. They stick to you, and they change the way you look at life. You know, because that's the one thing that I'm starting to understand too, is the fact that you can't change the world, but you can change the way you view it. You know, because everything in the world is happening. There's nothing that's not happening. Everything that they say is happening is happening. Everything they say isn't happening isn't happening. It's like this double-edged sword or something when you live in it. But in this experience that I had right here, I seen this entity. I ain't gonna say an entity. I seen this thing, and it was explaining to me that what I was seeing was this Adam character, like the first human that was basically created, the first human that walked the planet. And it was wild because that human was the one that actually created the machine. That human was the one that created the machine that we live in, which is reality. But it was weird because he was doing it on like this crazy like little computer screen on mushrooms, my man. I've tried one time. My tolerance is good, man. I can, like, these was the days where I could take a 0.5 and see visuals. You know, I'll take a 0.5, I'll take a 1.5. I wouldn't even go over 3 grams and I'll still get a fascinating experience to where I'll see a lot of things, and then it'll show me a lot of stuff. Like, I never could understand it. Even when I was, you know, like, I did the higher doses and I went up there, and when I did the higher doses, I'm not going to say that it was a big difference, but it kind of sort of was a big difference. It was more visual, and I was always more there. You feel me? But even in the low doses, I was there to where, you know, this place right here would disappear. This place would disappear and I'll be in that place. So my tolerance was always, it like people I used to hear people say, man, you got, you know, after you have an experience, you gotta wait like a week and then you go back because your tolerance get low, and it's like, nah, that never happened to me. I never, like, all the things that people said never happened to me. Like, I go 3-4 times in a row, like back to back. Like, I'll do it like 6 days in a row, and I'll still have the same experience on a low dose, not even a high dose. Like, I was watching something today where a guy was saying, he did a short, and he was saying, like, basically you gotta respect the mushrooms, and you gotta respect the experience. It's crazy because I was in my last video where I had showed the other mushroom experience, and it was saying, how you can change things yourself. We take all these things in, and we let these things affect us to where, we get these do's and don'ts. And the do's and don'ts is not for everybody. It's only for certain ones that don't understand. They gotta have stop signs in order to get them to where they going. You feel me? And in this video, it kind of explains that. It kind of explains, like, the dragon. Basically, you like the dragon, and you chasing your tail because you creating all these different things, and you following them. And even if you got them from somewhere else, you still following them, and you chasing them yourself. And it's like, dang, bro, once you start, you come to that realization, you get a real better understanding of life and your mind, and the way that your mind works, and the things that your mind create for you to go after yourself, to experience yourself. This is just your mind creating an experience for you to follow. So in the beginning, it's cool to listen to these things because it's kind of guiding you to get to the outer world, the outer reaches of what is. So it's kind of cool, but it's something that I had to learn along the way because I was taking in so much from everybody, and it was creating blockages for myself. It was creating fear for myself. It was creating all these things because, like, basically what somebody was saying was, like, you can't use it as a recreational drug. You can't. This is something you can't do, and it's like, bro, that's not true. That's not true. You can use it for whatever you decide to use it to. It's always based on the individual. Yeah, you make circles, like chasing the dragon. That's why they call it chasing the dragon, because that's what you do. All your ideas and your thoughts, you chasing these dreams that you created. And it's like, the only reason I say you created them, which you could have got the idea from somebody else. You feel me? Just like even like spirituality. I love spirituality and everything, but once you start chasing it, you give your life to it. Like, you giving your life to it. This is what you fail to realize. You giving yourself, you giving up everything that you are in order to be this thing. And this is what we tend to do when it comes to psychedelics and spirituality. We give up ourselves in order to become this thing. And this thing is actually nothing. This is just an idea that you holding and you're building and making, and making this light out of it. And this is what we do. And then once we start chasing our own ideas, we expect everybody else to do that. And it doesn't work like that. You feel me? Just because you chasing it don't mean everybody else has to chase it. Everybody else is chasing. They done created their own dragon that they chasing. You like, if you get what I'm saying. That's why I like going with the feeling. Yeah, me too. I like going with the feeling, but more so I like to not go with anything. I don't want to carry anything when I go on this journey. I don't want no kind of luggage, because then that luggage is going to help create the experience I'm about to have. You feel me? Like, it's going to help create that experience, and that's not always a good thing to do, because you want the experience to basically create itself and be itself, to show you something outside of your realm of thoughts. And this like, we try to hold on to those thoughts when we in there, and we try to make those thoughts more prolific. But then when you do that, that's what you see, and then that's what you see when you come out. So I even stopped setting the intent. I stopped setting the intent and everything on my journeys. I stopped all that. I just go in with the, it don't matter what I see, because I don't know what I need to see or what I want to see. Like, my senses and my feelings are gonna tell me I need to see this, but my senses and my feelings are two separate things, saying two separate things, doing two separate things. So that's why I don't want to go in with none of these things. I want to go in with my mind like a baby, to where, you feel me, I can just experience it all without having no kind of, you know, without creating the thoughts myself. So I just kind of let it happen and let it grab what's in there or what's within me and show me itself. Because like all my senses, my eyes, my ears, my speech, my love, my hate, it's going to influence my experience to be something that I just want it to be, instead of it being what it already is. I hope you understand. Yeah, no expectations. You don't want that. You just want it to kind of just happen, and you just live in it and be in the moment of it. But we gonna go on and dive into the video real fast before I get to chat one. If you know, there's a couple people probably remember this one, but this was a good one.
Longest experiences I've ever took, bro.
Dang, it's kind of low though.
Seems so long.
I don't know why it's so low.
Everything, yeah, what the hell? But thanks for everybody that's been supporting this channel.
No doubt.
Supporting the channel, you know, thanks for.
And it's the crazy thing, cause like,
don't support.
even when I like right here, I was still there. And like, this is what I was saying about, like, if you having experiences and you want to record them, wait till you're coming down, but you can still feel it. Because when you can still feel it, you can explain it more clearly, because as you explain it, you can still see it. It's still there. It's still happening. And the more you explain, the more it come back, the more it come out, to where you can give, you can talk about what you seen.
What are you doing? You wasting your time. That's basically what you doing. You wasting your time being here if you ain't supporting.
Yeah, support the channel, hit the like button, all that, bro. Because it's wild. Look, I can show you like this. Look, this is the wild thing about, this is the one thing that I love about diving in. See, about diving in and about my experiences. I can show you right here how many experiences I actually have. Like, this is how many I actually have. This is not even just all of them. This is just like some of them. Literally me coming in and explaining all these experiences and having all these experiences. This is like all of them right here. This is so many of them, from meetups to everything, like DMT, from all, like, this is all of them. And I like saved them in order just so I can come back and be able to go over them, because it's kind of trippy when you go back and you look at your experiences and you see the connection of them. Look how many this is. It seems like it goes on forever. I got so many, bro, and this is what I'm gonna start doing. If I'm not like uploading the experiences straight so you can just see the first full video itself, I'm gonna be doing this right here and going over it, because you'll see the pattern of your experience and how it's shaped and helped create and generate the thoughts that you have now and how you look at reality now. You'll see it like right here in black and white. You can't miss it. But let's get back in the video, bro. You made me laugh. The first video I saw, you said I was on mushrooms and talked to a tree. Like, he was, yeah, bro, that was, yeah. I'm gonna have to, you know what, Martin, that's what's crazy, because on this hard drive right here, I got I think around 2,000 videos on this hard drive. But I got another hard drive which I broke the bottom piece off and I can't get into it. And that got all those experiences right there on it. All my first ones are on that one right there. And it's like I gotta order the part in order to get into it, to get into that hard drive so I can be able to share those experiences, because those experiences is, oh man, they far out. But here we go. I hope it's loud enough.
Yeah, but let me say something. This was I think I took
Because it ain't even loud on
I
here.
started with like a 0.5 and I was like going, I'm gonna just take a microdose. And then like I was up since like 5, like working on.
See what I'm saying, Martin? I took the microdose. I started with the 0.5. I think it's because a lot of times when I get different strands of mushrooms, what I do is I take a 0.5 to see how strong they are. Or I take a gram just so I can see how strong they are, because I don't really all the time, I'm not like a person that weighs their mushrooms all the time. So I just call it a 0.5 because I took probably one mushroom. I took one mushroom just to see what it was or what it would do. So once I take that and I feel it and I see how strong it is, next time I go in, I know I can take this many. I can take, 5 of those and it's gonna do the job. Like it be like that, bro. Let's keep it going.
And I was seeing
Oh no, I'm gonna turn it back on.
the
I was doing live, it was kind of loud.
And it was like intertwining and stuff, and I'm like, oh shoot, off of 25. So I'm like, okay, let me go take 3 more. And I went and I took 3 more,
see?
40, and I was like,
Exactly.
cold, because sometimes you get real cold off the shrooms. And I was like real cold, and I was like, okay, when I started my bath water, I'm like going, okay, I'm gonna go take these other ones and just see what happened. Like I'm still on right now, so you gotta bear with me, because this was a long experience. It was a long journey, bro.
The video only 30 minutes though.
Bro, I said, God damn.
Oh, 20.
I said, sometimes I don't know where to start at. Okay. What's up with it? Worst man had,
This is,
I recognize it, but I'm not even gonna pay attention to
I
that.
keep on thinking
'Cause
that's
I
this
just came to
computer.
try to hurry up and record and get down what I seen, because I'm tired, bro. I just want to go to sleep. I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm still like kind of sort of getting visuals. So as I was running my bath water, I'm like,
Like, as I was running my bath
I was
water.
like, since I'm already seeing visuals and I was freezing cold, so I popped the other ones. Then I went and I jumped in the tub, and they, bro, when I say I opened the capsules and poured them in like K-Stu did. But bro, I feel like I seen everything, bro. I seen so much stuff. I was seeing these golden places, bro. These golden buildings that were creating other buildings. And what was trippy about it is the golden building had a face on it, and it had tentacles and shit, bro. It's weird.
And this is wild, because every time I explain this part of the experience, I don't remember the tentacles coming out the gold building. Because the gold building, it was more like I don't want to say a church. It was like a mausoleum or something like that. But it was like a building, bro. And it was gold. And it was like, you can see the pillars in front of the building and stuff. But the building was alive. It wasn't just like, a house or something like that. It was alive. The thing was alive, bro.
Because part of this experience played out all my experiences I ever had on psychedelics, bro. It was fucking crazy as shit, bro. I seen probably every experience I had on psychedelics.
And this the part that gets me is like, that's why I always ask people, like, when you go in, like, do you see your other experiences? Because like this time, soon as I went to step in the tub, I seen every experience I had on psychedelics. It played from front to back like that fast. Then my this life played from front to back that fast, to where I seen it, but you only capture little spurts of it. You only kept it's going so fast that you only catch like bits and pieces. Like you catch like little fractals of it.
And I'm like watching them, bro. In the tub, I seen myself. Look, life can play out so fast.
So fast.
To us, it seems slow. That shit will, bro. I seen my whole life just go like fast from beginning to the end of me stepping up, getting out the tub, bro. I see my shit go like so fast, and I was trying to explain it to myself, but I couldn't even catch it because it happened so fast, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was.
It was like
looking
somebody
at it,
had to have my
I was
life
in a-
on.
I was in a.
They push fast
bro.
forward.
This shit looked like
And I can
Santa
just see me-
Claus shit, like Santa Claus
It was
getting shit ready
trippy.
for Christmas or something. I
It
don't
was
know,
trippy.
but I've been in that
He
place
said-
before. But the place was
Nah, that was you that farted.
ideas, thoughts, people, and it was like all these things being made in this place, bro. It was like a factory. It was like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like a factory, bro, that was creating, different little shit that was here. It was fucking.
It was wild because it was like these little things that look like elves or something working in this factory, and it was making reality. It was like building reality, and it was like these conveyor belts. You feel me? But the conveyor belts look more like computer like generated, but they was building reality, and the reality parts of the reality was going down the conveyor belts, and you could see these little gnomes, or I don't know what they were, bro. They was generating it, they were making it, and making sure everything was right. It was like, whoa, like all reality like is being made
Like
right.
some
I'm
of
like,
these places I just went, I can't even. There's no way you can put words on it because it makes sense, but it don't make sense at the same time because it's impossible. Like it's like you going, this shit is impossible. Look,
the wild thing about
As
it
I've
though,
seen-
the way I think I look at it now is like, it's like you got all these different senses. You got all these different parts of your brain that are coming together to help shape this thing. And all these little things are working together in order to just make reality what it is. You feel me? And like we don't see all that happening. But when you take shrooms, you can see the builders of reality, which are these organisms and all these little things. And I don't know if you seeing them in a different way, in the way that you try to see this, but you see all these little things that are generating and helping create what reality is. But the way that you see them, just be different. It just be different.
these golden buildings create other golden buildings. Like I would say buildings, but they were more like whole complexes. Like and they were made out of gold, but it's weird because they had, little like rubies and like these green emeralds
It
and
was
shit in them,
crazy.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Look, bro,
Hey,
I
hey,
should have waited.
like it was wild because you seeing these buildings, right? And then out of the doors, like the doors will open up of the building, and another one will come out, a small one. It'll come out, and it'll be different, and it'll be bigger. It'll grow bigger than the first one, and then when that one reaches a certain size, the doors are open on that one, and then another one will come out. And it's like, this is what reality is doing over and over and over and over again. Like when a rose bush is born, it throws seeds, just throw different things in order to create another one. Like even us, we make in order to create another one and another one. And everything in reality is doing this thing. Everything in reality is coming together with something else in order to create another aspect of itself. another aspect of itself, and each time it do it, it's making itself so-called better and better and better and better and better, and it's been doing that since the beginning of time, bro. And that's what I got from that right there, from seeing these
I should have
buildings
made it into
come
a
out of
life.
each other. It's like each time I see,
Came all the
every
way down.
time, bro.
I'm trying to explain this because it was, bro, it's out of my reach, bro. It's out of my reach. It's out of my frame of words. That's all I can say. It's way out of my frame of words. But the thing that I didn't want to forget is the fact that, bro, I seen everybody. It was weird. I seen everybody, like you, and like I seen everybody intentions,
That was
and it was
crazy. That was the
fucking wicked as shit, bro.
it,
Like
it,
it's like I seen everybody intentions.
it's
Like
it's wild because you know it's a lot of people here, and some people got good intentions, some people got bad intentions. But it was like I could see everybody intentions. I could see everybody's, and like clearly though, clearly. And I don't know if I built that within myself over time, over things that happened. I don't know, but I was able to see it clearly, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, dang, bro. Some people just wicked. That's just what it is.
to
Some
the
people
point to
just
where when
wicked.
I came,
And
like
even
I
though they
was
put
about
a
to do the
false reality
live
of
and I was gonna
goodness,
do it
they
how I
still
really want to
wicked.
do it, and I was like, bro, I had to kind of sit back and go, what the fuck did I just witness? Okay, I witnessed everybody intentions, and it made me kind of want to pull away and go, wait, hold on, bro. Everybody's not who the fuck they say they are. They, I
Everybody
said,
hiding
this shit is
behind that
crazy
mask.
because it pushed me beyond
It's like you know,
existing.
you just have people creating this mask in order to present it to you, in order to be this thing that they're not. And it's like, you know, that's what I like about here is like, you know, this is the place where you can come and you can be yourself. You don't have to act like something else. You don't have to act spiritual to be here. You feel me? You don't have to do that. Everything is spirit. There's nothing that's not this thing. So you don't have to put on the act. You can be yourself. That's why sometimes when you hear us on Discord, we don't just talk about spirituality. We talking about everything. You know, that's what I love about this place, this channel right here, is that we get to talk about everything. And you don't have to act and try to, you know, well, you know, and be the spiritual person. It's like you don't have to do that. You feel me? That's something you don't have to do. Just be yourself. You don't have to make it seem like yourself is this big spiritual person that meditate all the time and you read all these books on spirituality and watch all the videos. If you think about it, now you're not even yourself. You becoming this thing like I talked about in the beginning. You becoming this thing that was already there. It was already there. It's like, do you want to be you, or do you want to be these other people that you studying or you reading about? You feel me? And it's like trippy, bro. It's trippy.
It's my existence
Relate to that one, huh? Seeing
and
no else
everybody's
either. Dang,
existence.
never.
Like I was in
Some
some
Wonderland type
Anunnaki
doors.
like
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit, bro. I was in some Anunnaki type shit. That's the
I
only
don't get
way
that
I can
neither.
kind of describe it
Martin
because
Luther King.
certain paintings and shit that they did, or depictions that they had, bro. And then it put me to this place to where it was like all blackness, bro. And then I seen
This
this
the
dude,
look.
and
This
it
the
was like
part. Like this the part that blew my mind. This right here blew my mind. When I got to this part, it was explosive. I was like all the way lost. I kind of freaked out. I kind of freaked
computer
out.
that he had, and it was like alive. That shit had like tentacles or some shit on it, but he was like working on it, bro, and it was creating
I
this.
didn't understand
It
that.
was
It wasn't
creating
for
this,
you, Siri.
and I'm like going, "Who is that dude?" And it was like, "That's Adam, bro." It was fucking crazy. Look, this is the bizarre part about it because when Adam was created, could no other person or being there was no other one. It was just him. It was just him, and it was always him. He had to make all this other shit, bro.
Like, it was wild, bro. It was wild because, like, I was in pitch darkness. Everything went black. And then I started seeing, like mist come out of everywhere, like smoke, right? Smoke start coming in. And then, like, I seen this tree. But the tree was alive. It was black. It was a black tree that was alive, to where in the middle of the trunk, it was like a space cut out like a square, and it almost looked like a laptop or like computer like type screen or something. But the tree was huge, to where when you look up, it went up into the ceiling. It wasn't no ceiling. I couldn't see the ceiling, but that, I'm just saying a ceiling. I'm just name the top, the ceiling, and the bottom, the floor. But the tentacles went up. The roots or whatever went up into the ceiling, and they spread it like out like that this way. And then in the bottom, in the floor, the tentacles went down through the floor, and the tentacles spread it this way. But all of it was like moving. It wasn't just standing still. It was like breathing, moving, like, the tentacles was kind of moving up and down. And it was like, whoa, I'm like, dang, I'm like tripping. And I see this guy that, he was naked. He was naked, but I only could see him from the back. He was swole too, but he was working on the computer. And like, I'm going, like, what is that? Like, who is that? Like, who is that I'm seeing right now? And it's like, it's Adam. He like the first human that was created. And what it was no other human could be created. This is a one-time thing. So it was like he was there for millions of years, bro. He was there so long that he created this reality right here within that screen. That little thing that was within that tree, he built that in order so it made us, and it made reality, and people could, be in reality, and he can live within that thing. He can live within this reality that way. And this was the only way that other people could be generated, because once he was made, it was no other. This is what it's exactly telling me, and I'm going, whoa. I'm like, this is mind-blowing. So I'm like, okay, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it was just like, whoa, bro, come on now. That's why when the shrooms speak, you got to just sit back and kind of listen. You kind of, if you listen, you'll hear the story that they telling you. Like, it'll be certain entities that'll be speaking to you and giving you the story of what you seeing.
But he was the only
Why keep pausing
human.
like that?
He couldn't. There was no way that he could mess with Eve and do all these things that we say happen, bro. It was fucking weird as shit, because I knew, or it was telling me, bro, this was Adam, and Adam the one who made the machine to make this.
Who made the machine.
Do all these things, bro. I was like, bro, I jumped up. I had to call Rob.
I was geeking at that part. I ain't even gonna lie. I was geeking.
I always do this, bro. I let it kind of take me, bro. I don't sit and try to do all these life hacks and all these things, bro. Sometimes you gotta sit back, put on some music, and you gotta give into the experience. And when you give into the experience, you don't exist no more. Just the experience, it actually exists, and you become the experience. So you don't. It ain't no thought process. It ain't nothing that it, bro.
It don't take nothing to let go and just let it happen. And like, that's the crazy thing about it is, we try to control the experience like we try to control this. We want full control of this. We don't want this thing to be what it is. We want control, because we want the car to go faster. We want it to go slower. We don't want this to happen. We don't want that to happen. We try to control every aspect of reality, bro. And it's like, when you on shrooms and you fully just let go and give up that control, it take you exactly where you need to go, because the inner you knows where it needs to go, because the inner you, that thing that's in there, been doing this forever. The body just got here. The body, this body right here, this is like the new body that just got here. But that thing that's in there, it's been existing. It's been doing these travels. It's been living this life. It done lived this life in many a bodies. It's almost like driving many a cars. But you don't never just try to stay with that one car. When that car get old, you go get a new one. That one break down, you go get a new one. That's with everything. When the phone get old, your cell phone, you go get a new one. You feel me? That's how it works. But you have to you got to learn to fully let go of this and let go of the illusion in order to catch that one that's in there. And it's like one of the hardest things to do for people, though. But what did you say, Martin? It's like they have their own city in the DMT realm. Yeah.
I didn't exist, didn't know.
Yeah, it already knows what you want. That you in there knows already.
That was the only thing there was.
And then when you fully let go, this don't exist no more. It's done.
Because look, the way we even see reality is limited. But we got to see it like that, because when that shit exploded, bro, I seen everything for what the fuck it was, bro. It was like a little bit too much. It was too much. It didn't even look how it looked. The reality didn't even look like this.
It's almost like looking at a pattern. It's almost like looking at a pattern on the wall, right? Like this up here, this intermission, the pattern behind that, right? Say if you looking at that on mushrooms, but that pattern right there, all those little dots is people. And the other things is certain parts of life. And like you can see it. You can see the life happening within this pattern. And it's like the pattern, though, is if you dive deep into it, you become like that star, that one star right there within this whole pattern. But you see the picture that this pattern is creating is something like a solar system. You can't see the solar system. Because you the star. You the one little star within this giant solar system. So you only seeing this tiny little aspect of it. You can't even see the bigger picture. But when you take mushrooms, you see the full aspect of it. You see all of it. You feel me? And you can see within the little you can see within the smaller versions of it, the microverse. You feel me? You see the micro is just a mirror of the macro, but it's still like, it was like the trippiest thing, because it'll just be flowing like this. But within that flow, like say if it was a stream of water and you watching the water flow, you don't see all the little particles in the water. But if you go and you grab a microscope and you look under the microscope, you see all these little life particles and different things of that nature. It was like that, bro. But the stream is just flowing. All these little particles that's in there, they don't know. They don't know that they're part of this giant ocean. They just being the little particles that they are, just going along with the flow. But it's a whole thing that's happening that's so much bigger than them, that they're helping create to make this giant thing. And it was like that, bro. It was beautiful. Beautiful. It was the most beautifulest thing.
It didn't even look like this. It was so much more advanced. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, it's like my shit was, bro, my awareness went beyond what reality is.
You see the whole overlay.
Beyond what reality is. What we think reality is. That's nothing. Bro, that shit was so wild, man. It was so wild, bro. It was so wild. But that atom thing, if you could feel what he was feeling standing there on this computer was like the trippy part, because you can feel that he was the only human.
It was like he was lonely.
Not even human. Bro, we not human. We some other shit. Adam was the only human. He was the first and he was the only. There was no other. It was
That's
like there
trippy.
was no other. There was
You
no
can
other,
tell.
bro.
Look,
That's
I'm looking at it and it sounds crazy as shit, but this is what I seen. Like I was there, I'm watching it and I'm listening, and like now I listen to it now, it sounds crazy as shit. But then when I start thinking of what everybody say about the Matrix and the illusion and all these different things, it's like this is the computer. We within the computer. We just the letter T in the computer. You feel me? Computer got all this other stuff. We just the letter T, acting as the letter T, so we can spell the and that and all and these little minute things. But the computer has just got a lot going on, and it's being generated by somebody else. Somebody else that built this, and we just being these little things within it. You feel me? It's like, bro, mushrooms is trippy. When they get a new one, new
this shit was
lifetime,
weird,
yeah.
but it was like a whole black background. You couldn't even. It was like darkness, and then it was just him and this computer that kind of was spread out. It kind of had like almost like a tree or some shit, bro. But it was like alive. It was like alive, and he was creating
Whoa,
this place.
just the
But
visual of it.
he was
I
the
wish
only
somebody could
person.
create
There
that
was
for
no,
me. That'd be
you know, he
dope.
was the
Cause
only
I can
person. Like
still see it right
whatever
today so
created
clearly the
him,
way it was.
he was the wizard of everything else. Of everything, bro. He was the wizard of everything. It's like whatever made Adam, Adam made everything else.
Yeah, that's what
Whatever
and that's what I was getting from it. This is what it was saying was like Adam was the first human. He was the only human. It couldn't be another one made. There couldn't be another human made. So Adam had to create this other place. Like it was almost like God, you feel me? Like God creating reality and then coming down in reality and living reality. Living in reality is all of us over and over and over again. But the thing was somewhere else itself. You feel me? While it was getting lost in here. It was getting lost in here, almost like how you getting lost in your computer right now and seeing me through your computer. Like you just get lost in it. You feel me? Like you get lost in your phone. Like when you playing them games on your phone or watching YouTube, you'll get lost in it. It's like almost like you become that thing that you watching. It's crazy, bro.
And
It's a
I could
repeat. It's almost like it's repeating itself or mirroring
I could just
itself
feel it
in
and
all
see
these
it, and
different
it
ways.
was like, fuck, bro. I was like, it was a little bit too much. That's all I can say. It was a little bit too much, bro. It was a little bit too much. That shit was crazy, bro. But I was deep in there, like to the point to where it was like, bro, I was seeing everything play out in all these different fucking ways. But then it was weird because it didn't look like this. It looked like some alien shit.
Somebody
It
just said
wasn't
we was
even
aliens.
this. It was not, when I got
QA.
back to this and I was looking at this, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? What
it's,
the fuck? Like,
it's it's weird because it show you the layers of reality. Reality got layers to it, dummy layers. And like each layer complements the other one. It's almost like a 7-layer dip, right? The beans complement the sour cream. The sour cream complement the chives. The chives come. Every part of that layer of that it complements the other in order to create one thing. In order to create one thing, but each layer is its own thing. Like this layer could be this right here. The another layer could be the lizard people. Another layer could be the gray aliens. And it's like each layer being stacked on top of each other. But each layer is playing a part within the reality to create the whole thing. All of it is together to create one thing. But us, we only see this layer. Sometimes we get fractals of the other parts of reality, but we only see this one because we trained ourselves to see this one. We didn't really train ourselves to see the layers of reality. We got stuck on this layer and we love this layer, so we keep training ourselves to stick with this one and see this one because we in it. So you can't see the other ones all the time. But each layer is part of the same thing. It's part of the same fucking cake. It's the same cake, bro. It's like, it's crazy.
I said, bro, I've been chasing this fucking dragon for so long. I lost myself. I lost who I truly was because I gave in to the energy I was chasing.
And and that's what I was talking about in the beginning. This is something that we do. We build these things and we generate these things, and then we'll chase them. We'll chase them. Like knowing that we'll chase them, and we'll lose ourselves within this thing. Like we'll chase spirituality to where we'll lose ourselves. Like you will literally get lost chasing yourself. This is the thing. You put this thing on a pedestal and you said, this thing is this. I need this. And then you'll chase that thing for the rest of your life. Like it could be a job. It could be, you're like when we talked about the people that go out and they chase the whales. Like you'll live your whole life chasing and studying whales. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it, but I'm saying start paying attention. And when you talk to people, you can see the thing that the dragon, you can see the tail that they chasing they self. Like you'll see it, and they'll be stuck on that thing. It'll have them captivated, and they'll be stuck with it. Like religion. Like you'll find people chasing religion constantly, reading the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. To me, I feel like if you got to keep studying and you got to keep reading it, you ain't never going to get it. You don't see you don't see that you just chasing yourself. If you got to do it that much, it's not going to get you nowhere. You're going to just find you're going to forget about life. And you're going to start chasing this thing over here. That's going to become your life. Now, all the other things in life, you can't even see. You don't want to see. You only want to see that. When there's so much going on in life. It's so many different experiences happen in life. But we'll just channel in one thing, and then we'll put our whole life behind it. You feel me? And you'll get lost in it to where you can't even live no more. You stuck with that. And it's like, golly, bro, I'm seeing myself like this blue thing. I'm just doing a circle like this blue circle right here. That's all I'm doing. But every time I put something in front of me, it don't matter what it is. It can be drink. It can be football. It can be baseball. It can be basketball. It can be a sport. It don't matter what it is. I'm still looping that circle, chasing that same thing that I said was the thing. I said it was it, and I stayed behind it. And then it made me, like I said, it made me not see everything else. I couldn't experience everything else because I felt like this right here was the experience. This was it. This was it. Every time I said, within these experiences, I didn't see myself come back. I didn't see myself live this life 1,000 times. And each time I lived it, I was chasing something different through the whole lifetime. I'll spend my whole life journey chasing this thing that I said was the shit. I said it and I accepted it and then I followed it. And I couldn't let it go because I already shined my light on it. And it's like, it's weird how we do this, but this is just a part of our nature. You can go witness that too yourself. You can go talk to people and you can see what they chasing. You can see what tail they chasing and what circle they going in. Because they'll get to breaking it down to you and going, well, you feel me? I feel like, my job is everything. And you'll see them chasing that thing. You'll see them chasing that thing, and it's like it's crazy, bro. But the dragon chasing his tail.
What the fuck am I doing?
What? What
Like
am
I'm
I doing?
chasing something that you know that I'm making to be something, but in the me interim while I'm chasing this thing, bro, I'm losing me. I'm giving my life to this. And I said, no, the fuck I ain't. No, no, bro. I said, no, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Bro, it's a wicked understanding, bro. That's what the
Yeah,
fuck. It's a
that's
wicked
the
understanding.
cosmic
You
giggle,
feel
man.
me?
It's a
And you,
wicked understanding,
man, it's a wicked
or like I
understanding.
say, it's a
And
beautiful
people don't
ugly.
get it. But I say, I get it and I always got it because a lot of the places I was going into, bro, like, look, check this out. This is what freaked me out, right? I was in a place to where I was seeing myself. I'm watching myself because I'm being myself. But in between, it was like a whole nother realm in between that created the effect that looked like something like a mirror, bro. And it was like in that mirror though, it was a whole nother reality. So even if I was, look, that person over there was doing something totally different. And I mean, it was hell of them around me, going around me like this. It was hell of them. I'm looking at them and I'm like, but the
Hey, this is where I thought they stole the Flash movie from, because how Flash, when he was running real fast, and it was like almost like he was in the middle of the world, and all around him he's seen reality in so many different ways. He's seen himself from when he was young, old, fighting with Superman, fighting with Batman, fighting, doing all these different things. That's the way I seen it, like all around me, like in a circle. Because a lot of times when you in there, you can see in 360. That's how I see everything now. Like that's even how I see ideas. Like when somebody give me an idea, I don't just see just the underlying idea. I see the whole 360 of it. The good, the bad, the so almost good, the almost bad. I see like the whole 360 of things now. So it was like that. Like I could see the whole 360, and I'm seeing all these different realities go on around me. But these realities that are going on, these are realities that I'm generating with my mind. I'm generating these in between spaces. I'm generating the outer spaces. It's me generating all these things, because the one thing that I learned is when you go about your day, you're creating so many realities on top of the reality that is happening. You don't see it. So, like, say if you go buy a lottery ticket, right? And you go, okay, I want that one. Because in your mind, you see that you gonna win on that ticket, right? But when you get the ticket, you scratch it, you don't win. But you just generated a whole reality of you winning. Like in that reality, you won. You went and spent the money on what you wanted to spend it on. You went and did all these things. That reality doesn't die. It keeps going. Now you got to understand. Now you got to put that on every situation. It don't matter what it is. If you decided to drive to the store, when you decided to drive to the store, I don't care if the store was 2 blocks away. On the way, driving to the store, 90 things could have happened. But you just built the reality of just you driving to the store and getting this one thing. But on the way, all these other things happen, which created other realities and other small realities that exist within you. And these realities don't die. They live themselves on in your subconscious mind. And a lot of times when you dive on shrooms, you can go see all these realities you generated, that you made, that are existing within you. Like the time when you said you was going to play the lottery and you was going to get rich, you already knew what you was going to do with the money. You're just going to go buy a house and go buy a car. That reality is still going on within you. It's still happening. Even though it didn't happen within this life reality, it's still happening here. And when you generate some of these realities, they live on. They don't stop just because you stop thinking of them. You just created a whole nother world within yourself that's going on by itself. It doesn't stop. It keeps living on. And We do this every day, every minute, every second. This is something we do. And then when you go in, you get to see all and visit all these places you created, you generated, you made them. Why you think when you get to a lot of these places, we go, it seemed like I've been there before. Like I go to this place and it's all these blue people, and it's like they knew who I was. They was welcoming me back. These are all different places that we created ourselves within ourselves that just living on within us. You feel me? They living on within us. They've been living there. You feel me? Within the mind or whatever. I was also thinking like this is what I was tripping off of because I ain't smoked weed in like today is gonna be day 3. So like my dreams like is just been wild. But last night before I was going to sleep, I was like tripping off the ancestors, right? I said, dang, we always talking about the ancestors like we don't even know we are the ancestors. We're the ancestors. You don't see it right now, but 1,000 years from now, they're going to see it. They're going to be like, yeah, because the ancestors, which is going to be us, 1,000 years from now, 500 years from now, 200-300 years from now, we're going to be the ancestors because we are the ancestors. Like each aspect of reality is just, it's us. Like it's like the weirdest thing. I need to do a whole video on that though. I need to do a whole video on that. But let's get back to this. Let's get back to
the
this.
me.
Pause.
That's it. This body right here is confused, but that me that was there was knew what it was doing. It had full control. Like when I say full control, it knew all the realities, and it knew what the fuck it was doing, and it was showing me, bro. But in between the realities, it looked like some shit that you would see off shrooms or something. I don't even know how to explain it.
Hey, that's why I say when you fully let go, that inner you that already knows what's going on, it takes over. And this thing you already know how to travel realities. You're always doing it. There's a part of you that has full control of that. That's how come you can jump in and out of realities here with dealing with people and different things here. That inner you gotta let that thing take over. Not the body, because the body is you not the body. When you try to control the inside from the body, it's confused. It's scared. It does all these human things. But that thing that's in there, it's not human. It's beyond that. It's something else. It's the something else that knows these things. So whenever I fully let go, that's the thing that takes over. And I can see every aspect of myself. I can see the human self acting human and reacting to what it's seeing in a human way. Then I can see the spirit self reacting in the spiritual way. I can see every aspect of myself acting different. But that higher thing that's in there that knows everything and that's been everywhere and that then lived and been here billions of years and it never dies, that thing know everything. You got to let that take over. You can't follow it from your human self, your human senses, your eyesight, your feelings. All these things begin to take over and they're not you. These are things that you was given right here within this reality from the other humans. That thing that's in there, that thing always been there. It then lived out through billions and trillions of people that's been here. That thing that's in there, it's been here. It knows what's going on. It knows what to see. It knows what it wants. It knows where to go. It knows how to travel. It knows how to be. But this right here, this one get confused. Because it see all these things and it don't know how to accept it, take it in. It don't know how to function with it because it's used to this reality. That's why you got to let that mind thing that's in there take over and be what it is and see everything, because you're going to get more out of it. You're going to learn more. You're going to be able to understand it because that thing understands it. This brain, it don't get it. It don't get it. It's too busy trying to control it.
But it was.
Why I keep pausing like
It's like
that?
weird because it connected them. It fused them together. But they were two different things happening, bro, of the same person. Like, bro, and I'm talking about it was like a gang of them, a gang of them. Like I even like when I came in here, like when I first started tripping, I came in here and I sat down, bro, and I did it again, bro. I ran through like 100 lifetimes of seeing myself sit here and make the same actions that I did in the other lifetimes. And I'm going, what the fuck, bro? This shit is fucking weird as shit, bro.
That's the part that get me is like you see all these lives that I don't even want to say you, because the you that's here right now, the you that's here is the you right now. But like I said, that thing in there, it did this many a times. This is what it does. That thing right there, it'll show you all these different ones. It'll just put them in your face, and you can see them. You can see yourself live 1,000 times. But it's weird because you'll be moving and making the same actions in this body, but then you'll see another body that you had, to where, say, it could have been in the 1700s. You living in the 1700s, but all your actions is the same as here. Even though the scenery is different, all your actions will be the same. Like I seen myself in Egypt, and I'm living in Egypt as this Egyptian like god or whatever I was, and I look over and I got like this little stand right there, and on the stand I got all these different things on the stand, and like I'm looking at them and I'm seeing the shapes of them. I'm like tripping off of them, and then like I roll back over and I open my eyes and I'm back here, and when I look over, I can see the overlayment of reality from that reality to this one, because in that one the things that were on the table, they were like like this it was like this Anubis dog head like bottle, and then it was like some other things like a cat head and different things of that nature. And then when I look at in this reality as what's over there, it was a lotion bottle. It was like the things that were on my counter had the same shape as the objects that I had in that reality. So it's like almost like I'm in both of these realities at the same time, but they got a different overlayment. You feel me? It's like almost like cursive. Like if you write the in cursive and then you write it in just regular, handwriting, it's like, you feel me? It's still saying the same thing. It's still the same word. Whether you write it in Spanish, in German, or, Cantonese, it don't matter. It's still the same thing. And this is how reality has that overlayment. The same way. Dang, that was the best way I could have explained it. That was a dope explanation right there. I hope y'all got that right there. That was a dope explanation. Take the word the, write it in cursive, write it in 10 different languages, right? It's still the same word, right? But it's different though. It looked different. When you look at it, the visual overlay of it is different. In cursive, is all the words are together. Other one, they're apart. In this one, it looked like it's a different language. It don't even look like but it's still saying the same thing. But it's like, it's weird. That's how the reality was within this experience. Yes. All of them. Oh my God!
You see, the whole time you're only chasing yourself, and I can't fucking I'm not chasing.
That's the part I can't get around, bro.
I refuse to fucking chase something that's not even there, something that I'm creating and making it a thing. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you will lose yourself. You will lose yourself. When I say self, the self that you thought you was, because you ain't even that, you will get lost in whatever travels. You'll get lost, bro.
You get lost. Yeah, don't get lost, man. Don't get lost. This is wild. Yeah, and I see, when I go back and I watch these videos, I see why, I kind of just want to. I'm like at that point to where I'm just being. You feel me? I'm just being. I'm not trying to make sense of anything all the time no more, because it's an aspect of you, a part of you that already understands everything. This is just what it does. You feel me? This is what reality does. This is how reality is. It's like I'm not up for chasing that dragon no more. I chased it for so long that, like I said, I forgot to just be. I forgot to just enjoy life and just be. Like, you'll forget that. You'll forget to see just the beauty in life. You feel me? Like, you'll catch the beauty, but then you'll make the beauty ugly by trying to, make it into all these other things, bro. And it's like, it's the trippiest thing. But I'm about to cut this video right here. What I'm gonna do is, because I know this video ain't on YouTube because I took all the videos off, I'm gonna throw it on there. It's wild, bro, how language of that thing we are. It's languages. Yeah, that's the cool thing about it, because you're not just the languages. Dang, and where's that coming from? Am I on multi-stream? Which one am I on? We call it reality. Yeah, it's all the languages of that thing are its languages. That's the crazy thing, UL, because you had those experiences too, where you see everything is that one thing. You feel me? It don't matter, like how I'm talking right now. I'm the words. I'm the letters that make the words. I'm whatever it was that made the letters in order to create the words. I'm whatever it was that created the letters to create the words to make the sound. All these things within one. It's like, it's the best thing ever. The Madam Web movie, yeah. I watched part of it. I didn't watch all of it. This very moment in which you're reviewing the original moment, that probably came from another moment. Exactly. It's deep, bro. It's deep. But yeah, I watched Madam Web, but I didn't get to finish the movie. I only watched a part of it. And that's what I was saying about how we take things from other people, because everybody that was telling me about the movie was saying it was a weak movie. And then when I started watching it, I was like, oh, wow, this is deep. But I still didn't finish the movie. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it one of these days. But I gotta go continue my dig day. And man, I thank y'all for watching and even being here. You feel me? Make sure you hit that like button. If you like the videos, man, get a channel subscription. Support the channel. That's if you want. You don't have to. I don't care. But you got to hit that like button. Don't just be here and just not hit the like button. You might as well. You here. It's free. It don't cost nothing. It don't cost anything. You ain't even got to come out your pocket to hit the like button. It's already right there. Just go on and hit it. And then I'm going to tap back in another time. But until then, man, I'm out, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.